What's up, everybody? Welcome to Howdy Radio, the next generation, episode 53. I'm Brandon.
I'm Lane.
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Nothing much. A whole lot of absolute nothing.
All right. So we know it's been a while since the last episode. Yeah. We knew once school started that we would kind of be more few and far in between, but whatever. Our website, Howdy Inc., was down for a little while a couple weeks ago, and that was due to me getting a new card with my bank, and I didn't update my card information, and the site went down, and nobody was able to listen to our podcast for a few days until I realized how to get that back.
Sounds like fun.
So sorry for everybody that was probably trying to listen and weren't able to. That sucks. Yeah. So we switched up our look a little bit this week, I guess, right?
Yeah.
We're just kind of full screen here. For the last few weeks, we had like a cool little title up top in the chat room and stuff, but I don't know. I don't know.
I, for one, have started to get a little bit sloppy with the innovation on my own channel, so I understand your kind of thing. I have a couple things up, but so it's not just full screen.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, but the cool thing is we do still have lots of visual stuff.
Yeah.
Planned for this episode. Just not our main screen so much. We've got some cool stuff to talk about today. We're going to be talking about, they announced that this coming season that starts at the end of October of BoJack Horseman will be the final season. We're going to talk about that for a little bit. The Shenmue 3 demo came out. Are you pointing at something?
No.
I thought you were pointing at something. The Shenmue 3 demo came out, and we want to talk about that briefly. AEW starts up this week, and we've got our very first video game challenge that we're going to have towards the end of this episode, which is going to be super cool. It's something we pre-recorded and we'll be putting into the episode. It's me and Lane versus Tyler. Should we just tell them what it is at this point? Like,
sure. Yeah.
So it's actually kind of cool because exactly today when we're recording this, is the 20-year anniversary of when the very first Tony Hawk game came out.
September 29th, 1999.
There you go. So Tony Hawk Pro Skater came out 20 years ago today, and I bet you 20 years ago today, right now, I was probably sitting there playing that game.
Probably, yeah.
So we recorded this video game challenge that we had been talking about doing for the show for some time. We recorded this a couple weeks ago, but we did me versus Lane versus Tyler. He'll be on that part, and we're playing a game called Thug Pro, which is a mod for the game Tony Hawk Underground. So kind of fitting that we recorded a couple weeks ago and we hadn't done an episode since then. So now we're finally doing an episode, and it is exactly on the 20-year anniversary of Tony Hawk Pro Skater. So that works out pretty good.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. Later on in the video, it's me versus Tyler versus Lane. We all pick a level. We all go through and play, and whoever gets the highest scores all combined at the end of it wins. And I think it turned out pretty good.
Yeah, I think it did too. Cool.
All right. So what's been up, man? Anything going on in your life? School going well?
School's going well. Of course, the only thing that's really been going on is video games. Like, always.
Yeah.
But not really anything, like, personal that's really going on a lot lately.
Okay. I don't know if we've done an episode since I got this new chair. Have I?
I think, yeah, you have.
Was the last episode?
Yeah.
Did I mention the new chair in the last
Yes.
episode? Okay. It's squeakier than the old chairs.
But it's a lot more comfier.
It is a lot more comfortable.
It's like
so noisy. The other chair was so noisy, and now this one's even noisier.
Well, you're not supposed to be going back and forth.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
So let's see. We've got some fun stuff coming up. Today's Sunday while we're recording this, and this Wednesday, so 3 days from right now, is the first episode of AEW Dynamite. How excited are you for us to sit down on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock and turn on the cable television onto TNT and watch a 2-hour wrestling show? And also to piggyback, I want an answer to that, but I also want you to answer, when is the last time that you/we sat down and watched an entire weekly wrestling episode in its entirety?
I watched...
Other than, like, downloading, like, a New Japan. Like, when's the last time, like, we turned on cable and watched?
I watched Raw 25.
That was a couple months ago?
That was a couple months ago.
And you sat down and watched the whole thing front to back?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's been longer ago than that for me. I've worked Monday nights for the last 5 years, so I haven't watched Raw at all like that. But the first question is, how excited are you for AEW, All Elite Wrestling? I mean, if anybody follows this show, you know we've been talking about this from day
since
one.
last year.
Since we were talking about it from literally
now.
the beginning. And now finally we're at the point where the TV show finally starts. That's what we've all been waiting for. And it seemed like, oh my God, it's in October. That is forever away. And we basically found that out in January.
Yeah.
That it wasn't going to be until October until the TV show.
Well, it kind of leaked. They officially announced it like 2 or so months ago.
Yeah, but we knew that it was going to happen way long ago for sure. And now it's finally here. So are you super excited?
I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, me too.
Like I know how the pay-per-views are, and I hope they do what they've been doing with the pay-per-views, and it's not once every month, and it's like 4 or 5 every year.
That's what
or
it's
something
looking
like
like,
that.
yeah.
I really hope that, and they focus more on the TV. I like that. But I'm just so excited to have more than just the pay-per-views. I'm excited to see it every
week,
every single week, seeing new stuff. And you found out a fact today that we only know 40% of the roster.
Yeah.
And they have another 60% that we haven't even seen because they haven't had enough time to put those people out.
That very simple statement made me extremely excited.
Yeah. And also that means there's a lot of surprises that are still ready.
Like we know we are in store for a surprise Wednesday night. Like there has to be something crazy that's going to happen Wednesday night. And I think they've said that Jon Moxley is in the main event, but they haven't said who. So I don't know if that's a surprise type thing that we're in store for.
Oh, on Wednesday? October 2nd?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The very first TV show, yeah.
Oh, I saw that he was going to be there. I didn't see a main event.
I think I've read something that said that he is main event, but I don't think that they have said who that is against. And that's okay. Like, we don't need to know it all going in. We'll figure it out Wednesday night.
That'd be cool if it's like a open challenge kind of thing and somebody crazy shows up.
Yeah.
That's when John Morrison shows up. That would be super cool.
I guess he's headed back to WWE is what it sounds like.
Well, nobody knows yet.
Nobody does know.
But we don't gotta go through it. We don't gotta go down that road.
No, but the simple statement of we only know 40% of the roster, that's awesome. Because
did they post that?
Cody Rhodes said that. I think he replied to somebody on Twitter, and that was something that Cody specifically said.
Yeah.
It's cool to see all these pictures they're posting on social media of the 18-wheeler semi-trucks that are en route to DC and everything. I mean, it makes it cool. It makes it real, like it's actually happening.
One of the funny things, because all of them have like different pictures on them. Like some of them is like Cody Rhodes, some of them is a boy and his dinosaur, and a couple of them look a little weird. And everybody's like, "Oh, that has to be Photoshop." And it's like,
I think some of them are.
A couple of them.
Yeah,
but I understand like the Bucks, like if all the.
But they put that funny picture of the Bucks with those stupid looking T-shirts.
Yeah, like that's
they
definitely.
wouldn't actually use that as a real promo material.
Yeah.
But then I saw one that had Nyla Rose on the back of it. And Nyla Rose tweeted and said, "Oh my God, is this real?" Because she didn't know whether or not like she was on the back of a truck. And one of the Young Bucks replied to her and said, "Yes, this one is real." And she's like, "Oh my God, I'm on the back of a truck. How cool is that?" And that is, I can only imagine
that's
how
a pinnacle
cool
of her career, being on the back of a truck.
Might be. Might also be spoiler for who we're going to see be the first champion as well, if you look at it that way.
Whatever. I'm not looking forward to that match, but whatever.
Yeah, I'm almost agreeing with you on that point.
Because it's obvious he's going to win, and I don't want that, and I don't want her to win. So
yeah. So, but that's all right. We're not going to go through all the matches and everything.
Yeah.
Just look. I mean, everybody's got cable. If you don't have cable, I shouldn't say everybody's got cable because a lot of people have got rid of cable lately.
Yeah.
But if you don't have cable,
time to get cable.
Like no, I mean you've got to just find somebody's login to the TNT app or it's on Hulu. Like there's a ton of different ways to watch it. Luckily in the United States, there's a ton of different ways.
And
to watch
if you're international, Fight TV. Or ITV has All Elite Plus, or something like that has everything on demand.
Yeah, I love.
So, is that for us too?
No, that's
kind of dumb.
I agree. So in the United States, it's just TNT, and that's it, which is cool. I mean, that's a very major cable network. It's a very, very big deal that they're on that channel. Yeah. The time slot that they got is all awesome and everything. But the Fight TV portion of it for international. Not all international. There's a lot of people that are still complaining that they haven't said how they're going to watch it in their country yet. But Fight TV, you'll be able to pay just $5 a month and just be able to get to watch the episodes as they happen. And I love that that's an option. I almost wish that was also an option for the United States viewers, because I mean, not everybody does have cable.
We'll get that on Plex like immediately though. Like that. The second it'll come out, it'll go on something.
Yeah, I'm well aware of that. Yes. My Plex will be AEW up to date at all times.
We'll have our own AEW network.
Yeah,
Please call it that. Yeah. Please call the Florida AEW network.
I can. Okay. All right, so that's Wednesday. So yeah, if you have any means of watching it, check it out. I mean, we've been selling you on this since we've learned about it, and that's what wrestling fans do.
And if we have not made you watch it, we have not sold you enough on watching it, we're disappointed in ourselves. Yeah, because
totally.
We have shoved this down your guys' throats for the past year and a half.
Totally. When we were in Chicago, Kyle from Iconoclash, he was, sending me messages and stuff like, "Oh, I found a stream for it. I'm watching it," and I know he's a very casual wrestling fan, so it was cool that he checked it out based upon us talking about it, and he was like, "Oh, this dude's cool. This dude's cool. I love this dude," and like he was kind of into it. So I hope he checks it out on Wednesday.
And I thought the funny thing was he was choosing all the guys that are super duper over.
Like Luchasaurus.
Yeah, he was like, Luchasaurus is so cool, but that's like the most over person like throughout all of wrestling history.
I know, but I love
but he is so awesome, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's that. And then in other AEW news, they've been announcing, because every Wednesday night now they have a show and it's got to be somewhere. So they've been announcing where all these shows are going to be. And they've announced, I think, like maybe 9 shows at this point.
I think
between now and like the end of November.
I think November 20th is how far they've gotten.
Okay. So that's ours? No.
No.
Ours is the week before that. So what we're getting at here is that the 8th episode of AEW Dynamite will be in Indianapolis, Indiana. And we're going to make the drive from here in Cincinnati to there. It's an hour-and-a-half drive. And all 4 of us are going. Me, Lane, Liz, and Tyler. It's a whole family. Taggart's going with us, too. So we'll be seeing another AEW show not too long after we just went to Chicago to see the one. And now we're going to get to see
an actual show.
The 8th episode of their TV taping.
Yeah.
So, maybe one day, 25 years from now, they'll be like, oh, it's the 1000th episode of AEW Dynamite. And we'll be like, we were at the 8th episode. They weren't even in double digits by the time we saw the very first episode.
And we can say that, and we can also say that we were at All In and All Out. Like me and you have multiple stats on people.
Yep. So very happy to say that. So very happy we got tickets for that. It's in a small arena. We'll have a great view.
Yeah, we have like the best seats in the house.
It's
not really a bad seat in the house though.
Yep. So the only other thing that I really wanted to mention before we get into our next segment is that it is almost October, and I'm going to put you on the spot here in a minute, just so you know.
Oh, no.
So that means it's time to watch horror movies. And Lane has kind of been like starting to dabble in horror a little tiny bit-ish here lately, right?
Yeah.
So we decided that we're going to start watching the new Shudder show, Creep Show, the remake of the old Stephen King series. So tonight we're going to watch the first episode of that. I've heard nothing but
What time is that?
It's just on Shudder. We just watch it whenever. It debuted a couple days ago on Shudder. So whenever we're ready to watch it.
Cool.
So Lane is going to take part in that. So that'll be the first time Lane actually takes part in a horror movie mania. I don't know why. That's what I've called my October horror movie watchings. Probably
you were calling it
a
horror-thon or something like that.
Horror movie mania is what it's called.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to watch that. So then I asked Tyler today, and I'll give you his answer, and maybe you can think up your answer at the same time.
I know exactly what you're about to ask me.
I said, Tyler, name me your 3 horror movies, that you would like to watch the most throughout the month of October, so we can try to get in, some of what everybody wants to watch. And his top 3 was The Exorcist, The Shining, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. All 3 movies he's never seen before, and those are all on his list. So do you have anything? I know I'm putting you on the spot, and you maybe can't think of it right now, but
I know of lots of horror movies, so it's not like I'm like blanking on movies to watch, but I'm not sure.
So just saying, because we'll hopefully we can talk about this a time or two on the show here as we watch some movies. So if you can think of any.
I might say like a couple like throughout, because I'm not sure at the moment.
That's fine. I know I'll put you on the spot.
A lot of the things I'm thinking of are like franchise of movies that like Of course, I'm not gonna say Friday the 13th because that's Friday the 13th, and everybody has seen all those movies 1.5 million times.
But you haven't.
I know I haven't, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Where'd your milkshake go? Did you finish that?
It's right there.
Oh, okay.
Random off-topic milkshake discussion.
So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I really have a 3 either. I'm just kind of down to watch whatever you guys want to watch, honestly. No, I take that back. One that I for sure want to watch, and I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, is that new movie Midsommar.
Yeah.
Do you know of that? Am I saying that right?
I think so.
Okay, so I think that's the sequel to Hereditary, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so, yeah.
And Tyler and I saw Hereditary, and I liked it a lot. And then there's been some talk in the Unknown Pod chat about Midsommar, about how crazy good it is. But I have not got to watch it yet. So that's on the top of my list.
I would like to watch Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Yeah, I'd like
even
to see
though that came out recently, but we'll probably be able to find that somewhere to watch it.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I really want to see that movie. I've heard it's good. I'd really like to see
it. I still need to see it too.
Same here.
Yeah.
I'll probably just wait till that comes out on Plex.
That's probably what I would do as well.
I'm not in a rush to go see it in the theater.
For like old movies, like I don't know. Like I'm trying to think of like an older movie that would be good.
There's a theater.
I want to watch. Okay.
Sorry.
The Thing. The original The Thing.
Yeah, John Carpenter, 1980. Yeah.
I kind of want to watch that.
That's a good answer. Cool.
Yeah. That's
we gotta figure out
the
good
horror guy
times
that I watched. That's his favorite movie of all time.
Yeah.
So,
there's a theater right around where we live that plays a lot of older movies also.
Well, no thank you to that.
And they're playing Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness one Sunday in October. It's a double feature. But unfortunately, it's the same day as this thing we got going on in here in Cincinnati called Blink Cincinnati. It's like this big art installation downtown Cincinnati, and I wouldn't miss that for the world.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, because of that, I will be missing Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness. I've never seen any of the Evil Dead movies in the theater. I was like, oh, how cool, I'll be able to see 2 of the 3. Why not show all 3, first of all? If you're going to show 2 or 3,
well, it's because the first one and the second one are basically the same movie, right?
Show all 3. They're similar, yes. Very similar, yes.
Isn't it the same exact story, just with more comedy and
a roundabout
goofy
way
stuff?
Yeah, but show all 3. Don't skip the first one. So I'm bummed I'm going to miss that. But hopefully once we get around to Blink Cincinnati coming to town, hopefully we'll be able to record some stuff and show it on the air, on the show here while we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Cool.
That stuff's like super trippy though. Like
yes,
they have like
you got to be there to experience
it's crazy.
Yep. That is going to be super cool this year. I am super looking forward to that. I have been for 2 years since they did the last one.
Yeah.
Look up, just go Google Blink Cincinnati and just look at a bunch of pictures of what it looked like the last time. They've only done it once. This will be the second time. They're going to do it every 2 years is what they're saying. And it's just the coolest thing. They turned like our whole downtown into this crazy art installation.
Yeah.
And it was, it's amazing.
It's like the coolest thing ever.
It really, really was one of the coolest things I've ever seen this town do, for sure.
Or like ever.
Yep, definitely.
Like not just the town.
Yeah, I agree. And this year's going to be bigger, and there's going to be stuff on the Roebling Bridge. The Roebling Bridge is essentially going to be turned into an instrument, is the way that they've described it. There's a bridge that connects Ohio and Kentucky that's 15 minutes away from it. I'm a bridge nerd for what it's worth, and I think the Roebling Bridge is like the coolest bridge that I've ever been on, honestly.
Yeah.
And it's going to have all these lights on it, and it's going to be something to where when cars drive over it or something, it makes like this certain sound. So it's essentially like they're turning a bridge into a musical instrument.
That's crazy.
And I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, but I'll think of more movies throughout the show. I might just say one randomly.
Alrighty. Just keep on thinking. The Thing was a good one.
Yeah.
So we got a little list going of movies we need to watch.
Yeah.
All right, we got one more little segment that we want to get into here, just a few more things to talk about, and then the Thug Pro Game Challenge will kind of be the second half of the episode, basically. So let's get into it. Oh, yeah. All right, so we only have a couple things to talk about here. Do you have a preference of which one that you want to talk about first or anything?
The second one.
This one right here?
Yeah.
All right, or do you want to talk about the thing that you want to talk about first?
No, you can talk about your thing.
Shenmue 3.
Shaka.
You're the one that told me to talk about it first. I went through it. You chose that. The demo for Shenmue 3 is out. You got to give me that. That's a really big step in where we're at with this game, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
For sure.
So if you backed Shenmue 3 at a certain level on Kickstarter or the Slacker backer, then you got access to the PC demo that is done.
Did you do that?
I did not. I went with the PS4 because when I backed it a couple years ago, I did not have a PC that was capable of playing a new video game. So I was like, it makes more sense to do.
Because you knew that at that point you would have a PS4.
Yeah, actually, hold on. You're right. At that point, I didn't have a PS4 or a PC.
But you knew
I was like, I know I'll end up with a PS4, so and that's cheaper than a PC. Then we'll play a game of that quality. So whatever. So I only did I'm waiting for the PS4 copy. So I do not have access to this demo, which I'm perfectly okay with. I've seen enough screens of it and watched a little bit of video. But I have waited this long. I'm perfectly fine with waiting till November to get my hands on it. But here we go. We got a little video to play along with it. I stole this video off of YouTube. I should credit the guy somewhere, I guess. But the guy's name is Jason Rayner. He's became kind of viral with this since this video came out a couple days ago. He had access to the trial version, obviously. And he posted this video on YouTube that is about 13 minutes long. Basically of him crying because he is so excited about.
I guess that's what he's doing right now.
He is. Can I adjust volume as we go here?
Sure. I haven't heard it.
I know we can't hear it from this side like this, but
you can just hear the audio. Like you can tell what he's being loud because the audio will just shoot up.
I don't know how else to explain.
I'm gonna turn it back down because I feel like I can't hear what he's saying. So I don't know if you want to search for the video, but I figured this would be a good video to show on our show as we talk about it because there's not really much that's given away, and I certainly don't want spoilers myself, so I don't want to spoil somebody else in the meantime. I wish it would get past the main screen here.
Does he ever get past the main screen?
He does, yeah.
At one point.
Yeah, at one point. Is there a way to fast forward in OBS? You just got to wait for it to do its thing, huh?
Correct.
Whatever. So we're not going to talk about this.
So this is the menu screen.
Here's
for
the
Shenmue
awesome
3.
menu screen.
That's obviously not going to be the menu screen. This is a boring menu screen. If this is the menu screen, but it says like something else on the what's that thing called? I know it's that's not the Phoenix meal or whatever.
Here we go. Now the guy added himself to the video here because people couldn't see him crying.
Oh, okay. So I have to see him cry.
So he had to make sure. Now look, I know see, here he goes. I mean, it was a little much for me. So I am obviously a big, huge Shenmue fan, but I guess I don't cry like this guy cries. And I'm not.
I can't wait till you get the game and you start bawling your eyes out. Right? I feel like I feel like this would be the one thing that you would just.
I know.
Bawl your eyes out.
I know. So this dude was super excited about it, and I can't make fun of him or talk crap about him. I mean, I've been waiting just like this guy has.
Yeah.
And he's wearing his Save Shenmue HD shirt, so I know he's a real Shenmue fan. Yeah. He's not just putting this out for just good content or whatever. That's cool. I saw this because the guy that does Ryo Hazuki's voice retweeted it on the day that the demo came out. He's like, well, I'm just going to keep watching this video all day now, which, I mean, it's a huge compliment to the guy that does his voice. So the loading screen here, he's like, oh my God, the loading screen is beautiful. It's like, it's really not. It's not. It's definitely not. And then it gets to the game, and so it gets to the game, like a few times here he makes comments about like, oh my God, this game is amazing.
It does look really good.
It does look good.
It looked a little pixelated. Looks a little like the textures haven't loaded, kind of. Yeah. Which isn't a good thing in the least bit.
Yeah, it is not a perfectly done AAA title. It is not. And
I think this is just because it's a demo, so it doesn't. I think it's gonna look better.
It's not gonna look much better than this. But
I think it'll look better with texture-wise for sure.
This already looks better than like when they showed the E3 demo.
Yeah.
I don't think we're in for a graphically fantastic, mind-blowing game.
Yeah.
And that's not. I don't care at all. Like, I just want the story. I just want to be able to play the game. For the amount of money that they raised versus the amount of money that it makes takes to make a blockbuster AAA game.
Yeah.
They don't have enough money to make it look like
They
that.
did make a lot of money on Kickstarter, though.
They did, but you compare that to how much a studio spends on
and how
Skyrim
much they get.
or something like that, then it's nothing near that.
Yeah.
So I'm just happy that the game exists, and I'm a couple of months from playing it.
This kind of like thinks of like if like Half-Life 3 or something like that would come out.
Yeah,
and
totally.
like this would, because like that ended on a cliffhanger, and like everybody's been waiting for that. I feel like he would be the guy that would cry at Half-Life 3 being announced.
Probably. So it's a little weird, they're not like in a city, which is kind of, where Shenmue has more been based, like in Japan and in China, like going through the streets and going to places. This looks kind of more like Skyrim or something because it's like more of like a big like fantasy world type looking thing or whatever. I don't know if
His
the
face
whole
is
game
so bad.
takes place on in this place. I'm sure it doesn't all take place in here.
I think in the trailer he was in the city at one point.
Yeah. So super cool that we are this close now to getting Shenmue 3. I just started my playthrough of Shenmue 2 a couple nights ago because I know I got a couple months to finish that up. And that's about a 30-hour game. I'm a few hours into it at this point, I guess. So that way I'll have that beat and I'll be all caught up for when 3 comes out in November. Yep. So the good thing is that all of the different, communities that I follow Shenmue through, whether it be Facebook or Instagram or Reddit or whatever, all of the fans that are playing the demo of this, they're loving it. And that's what matters the most. Like, I don't care what IGN gives it because they're going to bury it. I'm well aware of that. But all of the fans have been very happy. The demo is you can play through one day. He's still just sobbing. You can play through one day, and people have been replaying it over and over again. And they said a lot of stuff changes. Like there's rain. Some people are encountering rain as to where some people have not. Some people have had like different conversations with different characters and stuff. So there's a good variety of things going on, and that's exactly how it should be. And everybody's like, it still feels like a 1999 Shenmue game, but still modernized, and that's perfect.
One thing that I'm realizing that, of course, I think... Okay, first of all, he's running so fast. I just realized that.
He's real Hazuki. He probably trained to run that fast.
But as he's walking up and down steps, he is stepping on every single step, which is something that I'm not, like... I understand that's not a big detail, but that's something that always kind of bothers me a little bit. When the steps, and they're just walking down, like, just, like, diagonal slope.
Yeah.
And, like, I've never liked that. But,
some
like, every single time that he has walked up or down a step, he has stepped on every single step.
Right here he goes, like, oh, my God, look at these bulls. Like he had just been waiting for a bull to show up in the Shenmue world.
That was his favorite character in the second game.
So that's that. So
what if the one guy? What's the one guy's name? the sign guy that I hate.
Not the sign guy. It's the hot dog guy.
Hot dog guy. Yeah. What's his name?
Tom.
What if Tom shows up? If Tom showed up and this guy's playing this game, I think this guy will lose his mind if Tom showed up.
Yeah, I'll lose my mind if Tom shows up. I love Tom.
He'd be like, oh my God, look how good Tom looks.
Yep. Definitely. So that's good enough. There.
Same annoying voice.
That's some good. Apparently, they're saying the voice acting is a lot better in this one than the previous two, which I understand. Of course, the voice acting.
The mouth moving a lot more. Have you seen as much?
I'm not real sure.
That?
I haven't.
Every time that I've seen you play, the mouths are like kind of open and then
closed.
Well,
it's because it's a Japanese game translated into English.
Okay. Yeah. True.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks awesome. I can't wait. Then the other thing, did we have something else?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, so that's super happy news.
The actually important thing.
No, that is actually important.
Okay.
From super happy news to super sad news, is that my beloved cartoon show, BoJack Horseman, it was announced that the final season is starting at the end of October. And we all knew that the new season was upon us, and we were all getting excited. I started rewatching the series from the beginning a week or so ago, and then they dropped the bomb, final season. I did not see that coming.
Nobody did.
And I am not happy about it.
Yeah.
I mean, but whatever. I mean, what are you going to do about it? I mean, I'd rather it end after 6 good seasons than go on for 15 and be like, oh, half the seasons were terrible. So
And also, a lot of Netflix originals don't go 6 seasons. A lot of Netflix originals goes 2 seasons. Like, that's what, like, there are so many of them on Netflix, but most of them only go, like, 2 or 3 seasons.
So at least I know this way it will get a proper ending. It won't be one of those things where it just gets canceled after a season or something and they don't end it the way that they really wanted to end it. So I'm happy that we'll get that. And they're doing a two-parter thing with it this season, which they've never done with BoJack before. The first half of the season is on October 25th, and the second half is January 31st, maybe?
Something like that.
January something. And we get 16 episodes in total this season. Every other season has been 12 episodes. This season is 16, so we'll get 8 and 8. So you know with them doing it that way that there's going to be something huge that's going to happen at the last episode of the first half, just like Walking Dead style and stuff like that. So with a show like this, it's a lot of... Did the video freeze?
I think so.
With a show like this, then we're like, somebody's going to die. As BoJack... My initial was, oh my god, BoJack's going to die.
Yeah.
Not ready for BoJack to die.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can handle BoJack dying at the moment. Then I start reading through Reddit and everybody's stuff, and everybody's like, no, I think BoJack's going to be all right. I think Mr. Peanut Butter is going to be the one that dies, and I think that's a good possibility.
Because also in the trailer, they say something about, I know you guys probably can't hear it as well.
Yeah.
But you might be able to hear a little bit.
Yeah.
But at one point, somebody's talking to Mr. Peanut Butter, and he's like, usually when somebody looks like they're really happy, they're really depressed.
Yeah.
And he's like, but I'm really happy. So I feel like maybe something happened with him with some sort of like TV show or something like that has made him kind of go downward.
Yeah, I think we might end up with a Mr. Peanut Butter suicide as possibly.
I don't think anybody who has ever watched a show ever could handle a Mr. Peanut Butter suicide, to be honest.
And then there's also some different fan theories about Diane. Oh, that part in the show, that part in the trailer where it shows the water bottle and it's the galaxy from when Sarah Lynn died in the planetarium is terrible.
Yeah.
But awesome. There's a lot of, I guess, similarities between Diane and Princess Diane. So there's a few different fan theories that she's going to die in a car crash this season, which is what happened to the real Princess Diane back in the late 90s, early 2000s. Princess, she died in a car crash. So I guess a lot of people have felt that Diane has been loosely based on her. There's been some similarities, so some people are thinking that maybe she's going to die this season and die in a car crash because of that.
I don't think they can kill two characters.
No, they can't kill
They
everybody.
have. I think only one character can die. I think that's it.
Yeah. So BoJack's in rehab. The trailer gives away nothing, as it never has.
It does.
Yeah, January 31st.
October 25th, January 31st.
So I'm pretty sad about that ending. I've very much became a humongous fan of BoJack Horseman. I love the show. I love. There's just so much about it that I love. So I'm sad that it's ending, but at the same time, it can't go on forever. It's just a TV show. Yeah. So at least we know that we got 16 episodes coming up, and they're probably going to be pretty awesome. So I'm looking forward to that. But still super bummed that it's ending.
For sure.
Right on. So you got something you wanted to talk about?
Oh, yeah. I kind of completely forgot.
Sorry, I don't have any visuals for you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So Clone Hero, which is something that I've talked about before, Guitar Hero fan-made game, released a new update last night. It was version 23. And it had a lot of hype surrounding it. For the past couple weeks, they announced that it was happening, but we didn't know when. And then they finally, on Friday, announced that it was happening Saturday, September 28th, which was the next day after. So everybody was like, yeah, this is super cool, because it was a new UI update, and it was UI and online update, which I've heard nothing bad about online, and I've heard nothing bad about the UI. So that's a really positive thing with this update. But the kind of negative thing that came out of it was that it kind of got delayed by about a day. So
Which ain't that big of a deal.
It wasn't. Okay, it's also a free game. The developers are not being paid at all.
Right.
So it's not that big. It wasn't as big of a deal to me.
No,
but to...
It wasn't, because I'm pretty sure you talked about it every waking minute of the day.
I was talking about it because I was so excited for it.
Mm-hmm.
And then because we never got a time. We just were told a day. And so the band Dragon Force, who made Through the Fire and the Flames,
yep.
They were basically made off of Guitar Hero, basically. If a couple of people that I've talked to have said, like, I don't think you can talk to one person who has found Dragon Force without playing Guitar Hero. Like, that's where they made their start, basically. Yeah. And they made a contract and a deal with the new album and Clone Hero, and they added a new song called... I completely forgot what the song's called.
It sounds like every other song that they've ever made.
So, it's an okay song. It's not that good of a song. It's not the best song on the new album. But, they made a contract, and they had a deadline, because they wanted it to come out as close to the album as possible. So, they said that it wants to come out next week. So, it came out, I think, last Friday. So, they wanted it to come out the next weekend after. So, they said Saturday. But they were not ready for it at all. So they were like a week behind, and they had a bunch of bugs that they were trying to fix. Like until like last minute that they were fixing bugs. And in Discord, which is something that I use every single day, it's like a server of people just chatting all the time. There was a Clone Hero Discord. And there was a channel called Clone Hero Talk.
Should I make a Howdy Inc. Discord?
I don't think anybody would go into your Howdy Inc. Discord, to be honest.
No, I mean, you're right.
You're able to post your links and stuff in there if you would like to.
Yeah.
But at one point there was, I think I screenshotted it. When I screenshotted it, there was 13,075 people inside the chat at one time. I think the most that they recorded was 18,274 people at one time. That's a lot of freaking people.
It's pretty specific.
Like, well, there's a number that like if you swipe over, you can see the number, how many people are there. But like, that's a lot of freaking people, and that's like most of that's most of the Clone Hero fan base is that. So everybody's like,
and all these people like Dragon Force?
No.
God, it's a lot of.
There's a lot of people know Dragon Force because of Guitar Hero, but a lot of these people like Dragon Force because they're able to play it on Guitar Hero.
Now, admittedly, there's been some songs that you've picked up from Clone Hero that like you've played in the car or something. I'll be like, wait a minute, who played this? Like, I didn't know anybody in my car knew who the Dead Kennedys were or something like that. So that's cool. But Dragon Force, I think they're garbage. I
think I turned it on while we were walking today, and Mom was like, "Can you turn off this hair metal?" Like, I'm not
hair metal.
That's what she called it. Which I thought was funny. God. She was like, "Not all hair metal's bad. This is awful."
That's not hair metal.
Okay.
Hair metal's Motley Crue and Poison and Rat and stuff like that. That's not Dragon Force. Dragon Force is
just metal.
What? No, there's about 1.5 billion different subgenres of metal, so I'm sure they fall somewhere, but I don't know what. Let's see what Wikipedia classifies them as, because I know there's a specific genre
probably
of
pop metal is what it'll say.
It'll have something to do with how crazy fast and nutty they play. It'll have something to do with that.
You cannot say that Harmon Lee does not have insane amount of talent, though.
They are a British power metal.
Okay.
Power metal is what it is when it goes for 25 minutes unnecessarily.
No, it's a lot more than that. It's a lot more of back and forth.
It's just it's a person playing scales on a guitar super quickly.
That's how you play music. Music is just a huge scale.
Not all music is a huge scale.
Yes, that's how you play music. Music is just a big scale. If you're just playing
scales, then you're boring, just like Dragon Force.
But so we were all waiting for this update. I have multiple crazy chats that I had yesterday through the 24 hours that Discord was open on my phone. That completely drained my phone battery throughout the whole entire day. Like, I had a soccer game yesterday, and the second I was done with my soccer game, I was on my phone looking at this Discord to see if the update was out. And I think it actually came out. So, okay, before that, there's a lot of stuff that happened.
Oh,
so
no, come on, get it, ring it in here.
Okay, so one of the devs named Matt, he was the person that was supposed to upload the builds to the website and release it to the world. Okay. So, this reminds me a lot of the tool heist, of the Las Vegas tool heist. So, which we have the Fear Inoculum CD right here. If you remember what that was, they stole it from Target before it was released and they leaked it to the world. So, yay, more tool.
Ooh, look, it still works. I don't even have to charge my CD yet.
Yeah, because you've only done it like twice. Okay.
There is an artist on Instagram that reimagined the Tool Fear Inoculum CD artwork with The Simpsons.
That's awesome.
Like, this is Marge.
That's amazing.
And oh my God, I gotta show it to you. It's
okay.
So cool.
But so Matt, he was supposed to upload the builds to the website, upload it on Discord, and everything was supposed to go to plan.
So you upload an update to a game to Discord? I thought Discord was just
it's just a
chat
link.
platform.
It's a link to the website. That's all. That's all it was. It was literally just a link to the website. That's where you download it.
Okay.
But also you can put links and like that kind of stuff. You can put files and that kind of stuff in there as well. But he was supposed to upload it, and 5 minutes before it was supposed to upload, his internet went out. Like I think he had like fiber optic or something like that, and it just crapped the bed. The second he was trying to do something, he was like, well, crap, what am I supposed to do? And he had on his phone, he was like, guys, my internet just went out. I don't know what to do. And then everybody was like, go to Starbucks, go to McDonald's, like go to that kind of thing and try to upload them.
Turn a hotspot on your phone.
So, but we were all in the moment. We all have been waiting in Discord for the past 24 hours, like trying to get this update out of these guys. And we were just like, okay, just go to Starbucks, go to McDonald's, go to something that has
where'd
website.
they end up going?
So
don't say the Mirage in Vegas, because that's BS.
He did not go to the Mirage in Vegas. So he tried to go to a Starbucks, it was closed. He tried to go to another Starbucks, it was closed. He went to 4 different Starbucks, all closed. He finally got to McDonald's, which was like the crappiest, of course, McDonald's Wi-Fi. It was the crappiest Wi-Fi of all time. It took him 2 hours to actually upload it. And then once it got onto the site had crashed 25 times with all the people that was trying to download it.
Right on.
That's insane. So I think the record at one time, there was 12,000 something people on the website at one time. I think it officially came out at like 5:42 a.m. EST. So,
have you played it?
I have. I played it this morning.
And is it the greatest thing that you've ever
It
experienced?
is definitely
in your entire
worth
life?
the hype. The UI is probably one of the coolest rhythm game UIs I've seen in a while.
But then you just play Clone Hero and it's business as usual.
But there's also new updates to the there was a couple of bugs that they had to fix. It's not more than just UI. There were a couple of bugs with tap notes and
I'm all for getting
hoppos.
excited for crap coming out. Like, I mean, I do it. Every month there's something I look forward. Oh, this is great.
Yeah.
I just don't get why this is that big of a deal. It's just
also,
a UI update.
we haven't had an update.
I've had a billion.
We
UI
haven't had an
updates in my
update
life.
since May of 2019.
Okay, but this one doesn't seem that significant.
But there's a lot of stuff for the average and the professional Guitar Hero player that means a lot.
All right.
And later they're adding drum support. So I'm really excited about that. I want to play some freaking drums on Clone Hero.
All right. Whatever floats your boat, man.
Okay, let's watch some...
Let's watch people play video games.
Yeah, let's watch ourselves play video games.
I yell at you all the time. Quit watching people play video games. Our next segment, you can watch us play video games. How about that?
Yeah.
Was there anything else on this segment that you wanted to talk about?
I don't think so. I think that's it.
All right. So, just real quick before we get to this, this is something we've been talking about doing, since we kind of recreated how Howdy Radio is working here. We're like, oh, we can do funny videos, which we did with episode 50 and Tyler doing that thing on our vacation. And we're like, oh, we can record us playing video games and we can challenge each other and stuff. So this is the first one of that we've
challenging each other in video games.
Yep. So this is Thug Pro. I explain a little bit of this on the video, but not a ton of it, I guess. Thug Pro is a fan-made mod to Tony Hawk Underground 2 specifically. So you install Tony Hawk Underground 2, then you install this Thug Pro mod, and the Thug Pro mod has like all the different levels from all the different Tony Hawk games. For the most part, you can pick them, and you'll see all that stuff. So it's super cool. So check out the game if you're into it after you check out us playing it. But I want to bounce back real quick to what we were talking about with Discord. Admittedly, I don't know a ton about Discord. But then there's sometimes like in my mind where I think like what Howdy Inc. like could or should be. Because like what it is right now is like we do a new video like once a month. And like that's not what like I want it to be, or I don't think that's even what you want it to be or anything. I think, or the people that follow us, like I think they all want more out of us. So like I think like, well, besides, you know, sticking with new episodes every week and doing stuff like that, like I'd like to branch out like what we offer and stuff. And I've considered Discord before, but I didn't really know if it was, you know, something that would benefit Howdy Inc. or if anybody could use it or anything. I don't know. And then another thing I was thinking,
Discord
too,
is also a good way to call. If you guys are using Unknown Pod, Discord's the way to go. FYI. Discord has video and audio, and it's a million times better than Hangouts or anything. What are you guys using right now?
Well, we haven't recorded a new episode in 6 months of the Unknown Podcast.
What were you guys using before? Hangouts?
Google Hangouts is what we've always used.
Use Discord. Discord's free. All you guys do is add each other, and that's all you need to do. Then you just add each other to a call, and it's perfect.
And then how do I stream that to the internet?
OBS.
Okay.
You would just do like a window capture or something like that.
Okay. All right, fair enough. See, I like learning stuff like that.
Yeah,
So that's
how I play with all my friends. I communicate with all of them through Discord. That's how I find friends to play with all the time, is through Discord.
So I don't know that Howdy Inc. would benefit from that, except for, you know, I think it sounds like a cool thing to do or something, but I don't really know, you know, what we would need that for. But then another thing I've been thinking of here lately, and if anybody's listening wants to give some feedback, that would be awesome. I've been thinking about setting up a Patreon account for Howdy Inc., which is probably something I should have done a long time ago, but I feel like it'd be kind of cool to set it up and do it. We have lots of stuff that we could offer, you know, people that wants to pay $5 a month or something. I've got a tremendous vault that people could access.
Heck yeah.
I've got tons, you know, every week I could upload, you know, boom, here's the very first episode of Howdy Radio, which is not available anywhere on the internet right now. But I feel like that would be a cool thing to do.
You sure it's on YouTube?
No, the old episodes of Howdy Radio I don't think are on.
I think the like clips are. I know a couple of the wrestling ones are.
Or the Howdy Show. I'm talking.
Okay, yeah.
We've got two different things going on here.
I know the one where Dave falls off the couch.
Yeah, that's on there. Yeah,
that's great.
So, but I thought like we've got a bunch of cool stuff like that to offer as far as Patreon goes. Like we could always be, you know, old stuff, but you can't just give old stuff. There's got to be new stuff too. But I don't know if anybody would ever be willing to, you know, back, you know, us for doing something stupid like that.
That's how you make merch.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
That's how you make merch. So what do you mean? Like I make a deal with Kyle. Kyle makes me a cool Howdy Inc. shirt. And then I offer that at the $25 level. Like, is that what you...
Something like that.
So at the $25 level, you get this cool Howdy Inc. shirt. Plus, you get access to the vault of all the old Howdy Inc. material or whatever. See, I think that sounds like fun.
And then we can make a little money off of it as well.
Yeah. So I think... so if anybody has experience with that that's listening, or, you know, if you think, you know, no, I would never pay $5 to these two idiots. And that's perfectly fine. Whatever. I don't care. It's your $5.
Yeah.
Let us know. That's something I've been kicking around in my head because I've got this massive folder of Howdy Inc. stuff that we've done over the years. And some of it I almost don't even want back out there because...
It's so bad?
Yeah, definitely.
It's just so, like, poorly made.
Yeah, all of that.
But that kind of stuff's funny, like, right? Like,
maybe not.
To some people.
But
some
like
people
watching
my 20-year-old dad mess up on his words and not know at all what to say, when a lot of times you don't do that anymore because you have so much practice. that would be so funny to me.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I want to watch
like,
that.
The early days of Howdy Radio, first of all, there was no video. It was only audio, hence radio. That's why it's been called radio this entire time.
Also crash every 5 seconds.
Yeah. But, like, I mean, we were all drinking. We were all in our early 20s and stuff. I mean, everything was super inappropriate, super bad taste. Like, I'd probably say a million things that would make me cringe at this point in my life. But whatever. I mean,
or that you couldn't say now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. No doubt about it. But I mean, whatever. We all grow.
Yeah.
We all change. It's a part of our past. You can't change. I'm not ashamed of it by any means. But at the same time, I'm not sure that I really want to put out a folder of, like, here's all the old Howdy radios. But I'm sure all of our friends that were involved with it would
And that's
like
why.
to hear
That's
that
also
stuff
why
again.
you watch the stuff before you upload it to make sure you know everything that's on that video. So if there's something that's like, I actually really don't want that out there, then you're just like, we're not gonna do this one. We're gonna skip to the next one, like that kind of thing.
But here's the thing: that would involve me listening to these things. And
Well, how long are they?
I don't know. Our old ones there were Howdy radios back in the day that were 2 or 3 hours long and stuff. Like,
You would fall asleep listening to that.
yeah, I don't want to listen to all that.
Yeah.
I didn't want to listen to it all when I made it, let alone
Yeah.
15 years later.
Yeah.
I don't know. But that's just something that's been going through my head as I think of, like, you know, what to do with Howdy Inc. Because I'm not happy that we're only doing, like, one of these every month at this point. Like, I want to do more. Like, I want to be, like, a real freaking channel or a real freaking thing.
And one thing that
And we're not doing it. And it's whatever that we're not doing it. Like, I'm not losing sleep that we're not doing it. But I think we could be doing a lot more.
And we can branch out as an actual, like, brand. Like, not just... Because right now it's just the next generation.
Yeah.
And, like, we also have the Unknown Pod, which is
But
a part of the whole thing.
But that's dead in
like,
the water. I mean, it really is.
But that's a part of it. But because it hasn't done anything, there's nothing... So, one thing that I've been thinking about is branching my stuff to Howdy Inc.
Yeah.
Like, with
Like,
my Twitch. I would love to have on my Twitch at the end of my stream where I have... Thanks for watching. Follow all these things. I would love to have the Howdy Inc. and Howdy Radio and all that kind of stuff because I'm a part of that kind of thing.
Yeah. And, like, when we played the mailbag episode, didn't we do that on the last episode or the 2 episodes ago?
Yeah.
Your answer to the mailbag question that somebody asked was, and you said, like, you know, I'd like for, you know, something Howdy Inc. to be like, you know, just me and Tyler speaking as, you know, from you on that point. And that, I think that's a cool idea too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just so much talk and we just don't freaking do it. And I wish we did. I really did.
And I
think we could.
I do so much down here.
We could have.
I could do some stuff.
I know, and we could have.
If you need me to set up a Patreon, I can set up a Patreon.
We can have Howdy Radio. We can have Howdy Radio: The Next Generation. We can have you know, Lane and Tyler do whatever it is they plan on doing. We can have, you know, Howdy Inc. plays when we stream stuff on the video games, and we can have a Patreon.
It sounded so old saying that. Oh my goodness.
We can have a Patreon. We can have a Discord. Like, I feel like to get with the times, like, we should have all of those things. But we have none of those things. And we do one episode a month, and that kind of bugs me. But I don't know why I got into that now when we're supposed to be playing this 25-minute long video that's coming up here. I don't know. Just thinking out loud about Howdy Inc. And I don't think that's a bad thing. If anybody's got any ideas, always let us know.
Always.
So
tweet at us.
Yeah, follow us on Twitter. That's the best way to get a hold. I got to start using our Facebook is one of the biggest things. I know, and I don't use it. But I know I have an audience on Facebook that would be willing to click on all of our stuff that just doesn't even know that we're doing anything because I just post it on Instagram and Twitter and I don't have the same friends, but I don't use my Facebook. Yeah. So I don't know.
Do you want me to help you with? Is it just the Random Wiley or is it Howdy Inc?
No, I have a Howdy Inc.
Do you want me to help you with that?
I have like we're all admins of the page and everything. Like, I don't know, maybe so.
Yeah, well, I think I would be.
We need to start getting it out there more because you know, like we added the chat to the show and nobody talked in the chat and that just made it a bummer. So we took the chat off the screen. But I liked having that stuff. You know, it made it look like a real cool show. I don't know. We got more work to do.
Yeah.
But I think with doing stuff like what we got coming up here and stuff like that, I think we're on the right track. We just need to do it more.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. All right, so here's our very first video game challenge. We'll be back to talk to you and wrap up the episode after this is over. And this one does take a little bit because you're going to sit here and watch all of us play Tony Hawk for a little while. Today's the 20th anniversary. Like I said, if you've got a PlayStation and a copy of Tony Hawk Pro Skater, sit down and play it tonight.
Yeah.
Or at least listen to some Dead Kennedys or some Goldfinger.
Only Superman.
Listen to Superman
Just
over
on
and over
repeat.
and over and over and over.
IGN posted on Instagram. It was like Tony Hawk came out 20 years ago today, and it said "Cue Superman" by Goldfinger.
Always, yep. Every post that's made on the internet about that game, somebody in the comments will start the lyrics of Superman, and it'll just kind of word by or line by line keep getting filled in. I love it.
Everybody knows the words. If anybody played that game, they know the words to that song.
Which is super cool. That's the only downside to Thug Pro is that like there's no music.
Yeah, so they don't have rights to it.
Yeah, which is I understand that completely.
But that's why.
So, I mean, it's on a computer.
That's why you go into Spotify while you're playing the game and play the
Tony Hawk playlist.
Yeah,
exactly. All right, so check it out. No spoilers here, but I've been playing Tony Hawk games for 20 years,
wink,
and
wink.
the boys have not. So
wink, wink.
We'll see who wins this challenge. All right, here we go. Tony Hawk, Thug Pro, Howdy Radio, the next generation. All right, here we go. This is our first video game competition here on Howdy Radio, the next generation. Today we're playing the game that I chose, and it's going to be me versus Tyler versus Lane. It's every man for himself, and a game of Thug Pro, which is a fan-made mod to Tony Hawk Pro Skater games. So the way this works is you can go in here, and are we all good with just being Tony Hawk?
Yeah, that's
Everybody's
fine.
Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
I mean, there are like a bunch of like crazy weird people on here. If you would rather pick somebody else,
I might go.
Is that Paul Blart?
it's security guard, basically Paul Blart. Or do we just want to be Tony Hawk? Because it'll take us another 20 minutes to play the game if we don't just pick Tony Hawk. All right, so everybody's gonna be Tony Hawk. So the cool thing about this game is that it has like basically every level to every Tony Hawk game ever made. Not all of them, but just about all of them. So what we're going to do for our competition is each one of us gets to pick a level, and then we're each going to play that level, and then we're going to add up all of our scores, and whoever has the highest score wins.
Nice.
So that's that.
Yeah.
So the way this works, it doesn't start your 2-minute timer right away. It's a little different than it was for like Tony Hawk Pro Skater. So you can skate around for a minute and then hit the start button and then hit start 2-minute run or whatever it actually says. So that's what we're going to do. So you don't have to start from the beginning of the level. Lane mentioned, do we get a practice run because they haven't played the game in a while.
Yeah.
So I told them, they can skate around for a minute to get used to the controls and then start their 2-minute run. So it's one of the features of the game that you can start your 2-minute run from anywhere in the map, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to pick School just because it's one of my all-time favorite ones from Tony Hawk 1. All right.
Are you also having like a little practice to get a feel for everything?
Well, yeah, I guess so, because I did not start my run yet.
It's also there's other skaters in this map? Oh no.
Alright, I feel like I'm pretty warmed up.
So is scoring the same way as it is the other games as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and start my run, even though I'm in a super awkward position here. Might as well.
Yes.
Oh. That was a terrible way to start.
Wasted 5 seconds that you'll get back. Oh.
Alright. Not off to a good start.
Yeah, you shouldn't have gone for a run originally. You should have just gone. It's sad that I know he still does. After losing like 30 seconds, he'll probably get that. Probably get those 30 seconds back on.
I've never understood that. I feel like every time when the meter for like doing a manual or grinding, anytime the meter goes away for me, like I fall off the meter, like I fall off my board. But I feel like for you, it literally just cancels the manual and you get the points.
Do you jump at the end, right?
Well, I guess it depends.
I think a lot of the time he jumps at the end.
I'll call it hacks. I'll probably call hacks the whole video.
Yeah. Yeah, this is fan made. He could have installed
skatebot or something.
All right, so while we're playing here, so I've been playing Tony Hawk for literally 20 years because it's like just now it is like almost exactly the 20-year anniversary of the series. When did you guys first play the Tony Hawk games?
On the PS3, I think.
Yeah, I think my first memory is the
Pro Skater.
it was a remastered
The
of
HD remaster.
of
Okay.
HD. And that was we literally just like only played Hangar and down.
Oh! I tried to throw an indie into the 900. That was stupid. I should have just
But,
thrown it a 900.
Um,
Can somebody like write down scores as we go? Or
yeah,
something?
I will afterwards. I got the.
I
piece
did
of
it
paper.
again.
Then stop. You would get. Can you hand me once you're done? Just hand me the Fear Inoculum CD. Wink, wink. Listen to our latest, the Next Generation episode, and you'll hear even more about that Fear Inoculum CD. Big boy plug. There.
What up?
Jesus Christ.
There we go.
Okay, what was it?
152 something. That was all I saw.
152. That is not
152,000.
That is not one. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Hold down A. Let go of A to ollie.
Okay.
The X is your flip tricks.
Circle is your grab.
Circle is your grab tricks.
Triangle grab.
Triangle is your grinds. And the back bumpers
I thought,
make you
I thought
rotate.
B wasn't B grind at one point?
No.
Wasn't? Okay.
No. But nice try.
I thought it was. And then Ollie is, yeah.
It's a manual booking.
So cool.
You going?
Oh wait, I forgot that it started to get like straight out.
Right, big points. So you guys started playing it with Tony Hawk HD. Did you like that?
Actually, literally.
Oh,
when you
no!
Said that. I'm almost positive that I played Proving Ground on the 360
Yeah.
before I
Yeah.
played the regular series.
Yeah, you're right about
I
that.
beat the crap out of Proving Ground.
Proving on was a really fun game. That was what?
It's more story based.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you meet a bunch of like
Yeah.
celebrity skaters and like you gain
Yeah.
abilities from them teaching you stuff.
And as a fan of the series,
Oh, I killed myself.
from day one, like I liked when it got to Proving Ground and the later ones, like they changed up the formula. They had to change up the formula by then, and I thought they did a really good job of it.
Mhm.
So overall, you guys
Oh.
like Tony Hawk, dislike Tony Hawk?
Yeah, I think the only one that I haven't really liked, even though I haven't played all of them, but of course the one that I don't like is the new one, Skater 5, which I'm guessing their maps aren't on here.
Oh no, that game doesn't count in the least bit. That game doesn't get mentioned. You'd be the only person to ever mention that game.
Okay. Good to know. Oh my god!
Tyler,
I
you
think
like the
I-
series?
I like the series and I enjoy
So,
playing.
oh, I keep killing myself.
And then Dad shows up and I no longer enjoy playing.
Yeah.
Sometimes, not all the time.
Sometimes it's cool
There
to
are
see the
definitely
stuff that
some
you can do, but
That's a very valid point. But then I can't do those things, and I get 1,000 points in my run, and
Yeah.
then I'm like, oh, okay, he just got
Yeah.
a million.
so do you
like on
jump
the-
at
on
the
the
end of
hanger,
your
like-
thing to get more like stuff?
Yeah, you have to
Because-
ollie out of the bowl. You have to ollie at the top of it.
Oh my god!
So I mean, backstory for myself, like I started playing these games when they first came out, and like, I mean, how you guys have been about like Fortnite, I guess would be the only example I could do here. Like, you know, for me in my high school years, it was Tony Hawk. So
Oh, okay.
37, 726. Step up to the microphone, Tyler. Say hello to the people.
Hello, people.
All right, I want you to do really good here.
You say you don't want me to win? Oh,
Cool.
No, I mean, because no offense, Lane, but
Yes.
Tyler has been the one that has come the closest to matching my scores than you.
yeah.
It's been
So,
forever since I've
but
played
it
this
has. I
freaking
know it
game.
has been. And
He
you,
also has more experience than me. Oh, I thought that he still had to score 0. I was really confused.
all right, go
I
Tyler.
thought he had already gone.
Oh. Also, there's no music. We need to put Goldfinger in the background throughout this whole video. Oh! Nice. Oh.
Okay.
You got a
He
minute.
already beat me.
No, he's got about 4,000 points to go to beat Lane.
Okay, so.
And you got a half your run left, so if you don't beat Lane, that's very unfortunate for you.
So he beat me.
Yes. All right. So you are in second place as of right now.
I also. Okay, I'm not gonna try to have a bunch of excuses, but I don't know this map as well as some of the other maps.
I don't think I've ever played the first school.
I know I've played on.
Yeah, School 2 is way more popular than School 1.
School. Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking.
Yeah, you do. But I love School. This was probably my favorite on the first one. Alright, so you got about 30 seconds left, and you've got almost about a third of my score. So you could, I mean, you could score 100 grand in 30 seconds. I'll tell you right now, right down circle is the 900 if you have your special all the way up.
That's how you do that, okay.
Right down circle.
So you don't just spin to do that.
Right down circle.
I just always spin.
But you don't want to press anything else with it, because if you add any other move to it, you're probably not going to land it. Here you go.
Nope, I just
74, 893, 74.
That's almost exactly half.
All right, stick to real levels that are actual
This is
Tony
a real
Hawk levels.
level?
No, it is not.
Nah.
No, if you want downhill
Ooh.
jam, that's on a different game.
Is Proving Ground an option? I
No.
feel like I asked you this when we first got it.
It is not. This is based upon the Tony Hawk Underground engine. You have to install Tony Hawk Underground 2 to then install this mod, and that game came out after with a different engine.
Gotcha.
So,
Wait, what's
Downhill
Hangar?
Jam is super fun. Hangar's 2, I thought.
yeah, Hangar's right there.
Oh, Warehouse.
It's the first one.
Oh,
Warehouse is the first game.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so we're keeping it pretty basic here with our map choices.
Why? There you go, okay.
See, honestly, I'd rather do it like that. I don't want to pick my spot. I'm not used to being able to pick my spot in the game.
Yeah, I think it's cool that it lets you though.
Agreed. And also on the Proving Ground, like being maps thing, it kind of makes sense. That's not
Oh, you can't see you threw the method in
Oh,
there
okay.
before it, and you made it an Indy 900. Like you gotta have your special up and like your speed and everything as high as possible to be able to add anything to the 900.
God, he takes so long to get up too.
You were saying, Tyler?
Oh, there's the way that the maps are set up is like it's one of the maps is garage, which is literally something you custom make yourself in the game.
Yeah.
And it's just like the streets of, I think it's New York. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's New York, but
That's where the secret tape was in the original game. That was awesome. Oh, look at your score. You've beat Tyler's score from the last round. This might be a competition after all.
God, man.
You still got a minute
I mean,
left,
let's be
too.
real, it's
Okay,
not
look, you
really
can't
a
get 300 stiffies all night long.
I can if I want to.
Okay, well, it's not going to help your
It's gonna go
score.
down in multiplier, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Every time you do the same trick over again, it goes
Okay,
down in points.
down, right.
Right down, circle.
Right down. Okay.
We should have probably taken a couple extra minutes to map special moves before we got started here. Yeah.
I mean, if we're just doing half pipe points, I got this.
No, you don't.
It's like, okay, well, maybe not against you, but
I don't know. I'm not very good in a half pipe anymore, so. Back in the
that's one of the
day.
reasons why I was so good on hanger. I just went from one half pipe to
Right.
the other half pipe to the other half pipe.
Yeah, but also on Hanger, it's a grinder's dream
Yeah.
because you can just
And
grind
manual.
across the entire thing.
I got 153.
153, 184.
I got better than you on the first one,
Nice.
so I'm good.
153, 184. Ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm super ready now.
He's about, you understand? Okay. And he probably knows like every pixel and like what you can hit.
You guys are overhyping it though. Then I'm gonna do crappy and I'm gonna feel bad
What's
about myself.
good?
I'm just super excited.
See,
It's okay for you to do bad, Dad.
All right, let's try the half pipe. All right.
Now you're in it.
Now, if Tony Hawk ever did that, that would be really bad.
I mean, that was him trying the 900 20 times.
I know, but
did
he,
something
like-
similar to that
I know,
every
but-
time he landed.
But no, but he like flew up and like fell on his butt. Are you? Wait, this man has got something with the 900. What a Tud Blossom.
Terrible. I gotta get out of here.
He proceeds to go to another, go to a quarter pipe.
I'm doing
Exactly.
terrible. You guys are gonna beat me on this one.
You still have a minute left, and you're still gonna get that 9,000 million grind, or freaking whatever it's called. You're so lucky. That's not how physics works, though.
That's how Tony Hawk works, though. And that's all that matters. Here comes points.
Yep. Yes.
Ah! I was gonna try to put a 900 on the end of it too.
I would have hated you so much if you put a 900 on the end of that. I'll give you $1 if you can
Definitely
get
made
a.
few tricks, because that whole
Yeah.
spiel was worth 612.
Oh, that would have been 118 points.
I'm sorry, what was that number that you said?
118,000 points.
No, not nearly enough speed.
Oh.
That's stupid.
Oh, I
You
beat
barely
that!
I mean, you killed me. 76, 34.
Holy crap.
That was terrible.
Jeez, you suck, Tyler.
No, not that. My run. There you go. I'm done for.
That's how it was when Tyler played. When I was going and then Tyler got mine with a minute left.
Where's Go
Yeah.
Places!
Just keep doing that. I like that.
Yeah, we all like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I need more of that.
Yeah, I like that. So cute.
You got way greedy with them heel flips. My God, that was like 14 heel flips. Heel flip, heel flip, heel flip, heel flip.
I want to see Tony Hawk try that many heel flips.
What do you guys think of like just skateboarding in general? Like I tried to get you guys into skateboarding and it didn't
I
really
tried to do it
work.
for a hot minute and then fell on my butt every other time because I
I
couldn't
think I want to
commit.
get back into it.
I still have. I mean, I won't
Like,
ever commit
I
to
would
a
like
move.
to go
so
back to the Reading one with the like hill thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I want to go
How many
back
did
to
he
that
have?
part soon.
You beat me.
How much did he have?
He has 153. Oh, sloppy.
Whatever. You had a couple sloppies. They were still worth like 16,000 points.
Yeah, you can't say anything, Dad.
Oh, that sucks. That was a cool trick.
You can't say anything, Dad.
I know.
Lane
I'm
Riley
terrible.
beat you on freaking hanger
I know. This sucks.
or warehouse.
Warehouse.
I love when you get those stupid little parts where you just like
Hit the wall.
hit everything. Like you literally just can't stop touching the wall.
There you got clean.
Oh.
What's the freak
So
out?
I lost. So
Keep
lit.
pressing Y when that happens, and it'll like smash a skateboard, and you get points for it.
But does it? But that wastes time. I'm guessing.
It does, yes.
Yeah, and also
Come on, Tyler. No.
Don't you dare stop.
You can't stop.
You can start a trick with 1 second left and play for another minute.
that.
Oh, school 2.
Oh no.
All right, here we go. School 2.
I'm not good at the open stuff.
All right, here we go. School 2. Nice, you rang the bell.
Jump on.
Bro, you need to calm down, man. Take a deep breath. You're just killing yourself by smashing down on the buttons.
And you're also getting a lot of points as well.
I'm not pressing Y.
This is some interesting commentary.
Yeah, so what do you want to talk about?
Um,
I've tried to bring up a couple different topics if you
Yeah.
didn't notice that I did that. But
Yeah.
now I'm kind of out of things to talk about, I guess.
that's how it is sometimes. I think if we do this more often, then we'll be able to maybe get a couple questions that's like based on the game, kind of how you did, like what's your first, like memory of the game, that kind of thing. So like, was this like a game that like you bought like opening day or something like that? Or was
Oh
it, like,
yeah.
You were at like your friend's house?
Oh no,
Hey,
like
this game's pretty cool.
the hype was unreal for this game, and back when this came out, like skating culture of the 90s was like a super big thing. So this game, and then actually, so you know, before you guys were around for video games, there used to be you could go to the store and buy PlayStation Magazine, and it would come with a demo disc. And the most popular demo disc that they ever put out with PlayStation Magazine was the one that had the demo for Tony Hawk. Like, I've heard so many people say that, like, for a long time, all they ever played was the demo, like, before they even had the money to buy the game or whatever, and they still spent, like, hours and hours upon hours on the demo of it. So I had that demo, and then, but I think I bought all the old ones on day
Good game,
one.
everybody.
What'd you get there, Tyler? Sorry.
That is literally irrelevant. 42,000.
Dell, I want you to go next because I went and kind of. He's gonna. Oh my goodness.
Forgot about this half pipe completely.
Oh my god.
Where's my score? Yep.
Yeah.
So we
thank
got
you.
that real quick.
I don't like the open maps. I feel like the open. What? Like I've watched a lot of like skaters versus haters videos. Where it's just like people skating and then there's a random stranger that like takes their board because they don't like the skating. Like those videos are always entertaining.
Can I make it? Oh no, not at all.
Jeez, 126 already? Jesus Christ. I'm not
Man,
sure.
imagine being the guy who played before you.
I had 30,000 on the first one.
I knew it. I knew.
You knew
If this
what?
was casual, I wouldn't have said anything. But I totally saw the manual bar was hugging that top part.
Oh well. Oh come on.
Nice. Wasting
I
time.
mean, that was literally me for 25 seconds of my 2 minutes. Was going down that first ramp and going down.
I feel like that was kind of you on Downhill Jam. I think that's kind of why you stopped on that one. But you were kind of just like bouncing everywhere and you're kind of wasting time.
It was because I couldn't land a freaking trick.
Cool.
What is it?
170.
Oh.
What? How did I not land that?
You should get 41,000. Just keep doing.
So
Just keep
stupid.
doing what you're doing.
Don't.
You're doing great.
Come on, Lane, step it up. You got this. Do it. I tried to transition between the two. Didn't work well for me.
Well, you're also like God compared to me, so
You're right about that.
yeah, I'm not gonna win.
No, man, just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great.
I don't understand how I don't land that.
Man, you ramped up that thing on your back. Oh!
Why? What? I don't understand.
Sometimes that's an easy way though. Like
That's
if
the
you can't
dumbest
manual in time because your thing's all messed up, that's instantly an extra 2 things you can add from multiplier. I even statistically am better than.
That doesn't mean anything.
Like
statistically.
no,
Just
no,
because you
no,
can say stuff
no.
doesn't mean
I
you're better
know,
at the
but like I
game.
know so much more about this game, and I used to be so good at it, and now I suck, and it makes me
Come down here and
sad.
Play it, man. Play online with these people. Watch these people do what they do.
I want to go back.
What are you doing?
Oh my
You're not gonna
God.
break 10 grand.
Whatever.
You need 200,000 points
I
in
understand.
20 seconds. Go.
Jesus Christ.
Jump that guy.
This game sucks. Can I get a reach? I literally got.
No, you can't
I
get
got
a-
9,000
Can't wait until 10
points.
seconds left to ask for a retry.
I got 9,000 points.
There
I
you
can't
go.
even get a
That-
retry.
Oh, I thought you were gonna double your points.
Just manual. Yeah.
All right.
I
I'll
can't
take
get a
second place.
retry. I got 9,000.
I'll take second place.
I can't get a retry with that. I literally
No,
got. I
you
literally
You asked
got
for 10
9,000.
seconds
Quit being
left in
all
the
That
game.
is the dumbest thing ever.
All right, let me see the controller real quick.
That's the dumbest thing.
All right,
ever.
I'd like to congratulate myself. Here, I'll interview myself, just like Chris
Ooh.
Jericho did. Oh, you're a stupid idiot. Oh, nice haircut. Something like that.
Dang.
Alrighty.
Alright.
We literally just sat here for 25
Yep.
minutes while that video played. That's weird, like just sitting here while the show just plays itself.
Yep.
But I like adding that kind of stuff into the show. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So hopefully you guys did too. Let us know. Do you like watching us play stuff like that? Is there any games you would like to see us play like that? We could challenge each other. Let us know. Let's wrap this thing up. You got anything? Any final words for our peoples today? We sat here and had a conversation about the Howdy Inc. Patreon while that video was playing.
Yeah.
I think we got some cool ideas for that, so
Yes.
we might see what we can come up with there.
Also, I'm looking to expand my stuff into your guys' stuff, or all his stuff. And hopefully not, like, I'm not trying to flex, but, like, I have a little bit more, like, popularity in my kind of
Yeah,
thing.
so
So I
then,
would like to try to spread that kind of stuff to you guys.
so then you should come up with your own, like, specific Howdy Inc. gaming show or something
Uh-huh.
like that, where you do episodes of that.
Yeah.
You get maybe you and a couple friends or something, like, you know, play a game of this or that or whatever. You know, here's an hour of us playing Overwatch, and
Yeah.
like, I mean, that's a new show that we do,
Yeah.
something like that. I don't know. Let's keep talking about it.
I've
But let's do
I've
something
wanted
about
to do a podcast with a couple friends, about news of gaming each week.
Yeah.
Which my friends have been down to do. I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
Around this time,
Like real life friends or internet friends?
real life friends.
Okay.
So like they us on Discord talking and doing stuff.
Okay.
That sounds like a lot of fun to me.
Yeah.
Even though I know that we'll get off topic so easily.
Whatever.
I just
I
know
mean,
that'll happen. But
I've
I kind
always
of don't want that to be Howdy Inc. I kind of want that to be my own thing because I want to have my own thing. And also, we need to post all our stuff on Spotify. All of our stuff will be posted on Spotify because we
Yeah.
have over 5 episodes. So,
Yeah, I don't know how to do that, but I'll look into it.
you already have like 1 or 2 on Spotify.
Mm-mm.
I think you have like episode 1 and 2 on Spotify.
Of Howdy Radio?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Howdy Radio Next Generation, yeah.
I didn't know we were on Spotify at all. So, hey, everybody, check us out on Spotify.
Yeah, episode 1 and 2
The
when I
first
was in
couple
5th grade. Like 3 years ago.
Right on.
Yep.
That's what we got. Check out howdyinc.com for some stuff. Go to @howdyinc on the Twitter. That's where you'll get most of your up-to-date information, although I haven't really been posting much on there lately because not a whole lot has really been going on. But
Yeah.
we're going to try to change that. Positivity and whatnot. I don't know. Let's do it, man. Let's make this thing cool. Like,
Yeah.
I really want to.
Yeah.
We've got some great ideas, and we just don't follow through with them. That's the Howdy Inc. way, unfortunately.
Yep.
But if
Hey,
we
we've been
get,
doing it for 15 years.
yeah.
Yeah.
But if if anybody's got any ideas, if you like our Patreon idea, if you're like, dude, I would like to send you $1,000 a month, just
That sounds great.
let me know, and
Yeah.
we'll make sure that we get
DM
that
us.
we'll get that set up
Yeah.
as soon as possible. Maybe we'll start posting on Facebook again here soon and stuff. We got some stuff to work on.
Yeah.
So it's October. Everybody watch a bunch of horror movies this month. Tell us
Yep.
if you got any suggestions of what movies we
Yep.
should watch. We want to talk to the people.
Yeah.
Go on Twitter and use hashtag BTE mailbag because
Incorrect.
what?
You said
Oh,
BTE.
BTE. I don't know what BTE is. Hashtag TNG mailbag. What is BTE? I don't even know what that is. That's what we ripped off.
Yeah.
Just so you're aware.
Literally blatantly ripped off.
Yep. Hashtag TNG. I mean, if you want to go to BTE mailbag, you can ask
Yeah,
ask
you can ask them
wrestlers questions. That's fine. I don't care.
Actual famous people questions.
But we will do that.
I really
segment
hope
again.
Kyle accidentally gets on there with a question that was aimed towards us.
That'd be awesome.
It's like, hey Lane, can your dad be my dad? He's like, I'm not exactly like Adam Page is like, I'm not exactly sure who Lane is, but sure.
Yeah, sure. That would be awesome. But that'll be a segment that we will definitely be doing again from time to time. So we need you to submit questions. Hashtag TNG mailbag. Howdync.com, Howdync on Twitter. Follow Lane on Twitch.
Yes.
At Lane1113.
Yes.
I think that's about it.
Yeah, I am okay. Boys, I'm like 8 followers away from 50 followers.
Yeah, go follow Lane, people.
I'm
Come on.
so close.
That would mean that almost half of the Howdy Inc. followers needs to go follow Lane.
Yeah.
And then he'll be good.
Right now we have 20 Howdy Inc. subscribers.
It's the saddest thing in the world that this thing has been this thing for this long, and we have 20 freaking subscribers on YouTube.
YouTube is a lot harder
It's sad.
to get. Sorry, wait, no, that's kind of opposite.
YouTube.
Twitch is a lot harder to get followers than YouTube is.
Right on. Cool. So thanks for checking us out. This is episode 53 in the books. We'll be back in about 2.5 years for episode 54.
Yeah.
See you next time.